Okay, so let's get right into it. So we'll start with the introduction image. So this is a quote by a guy named Otto von Bismarck. You've probably heard of him. He was the leader of Germany effectively. Germany still had a monarchy at this point, but Bismarck really is the one calling all the shots. So late 1800s, he's the one running Germany, and he takes Germany from being a weak collection of independent states plus the might of Prussia, and turns it into a united Germany. So it's through his brilliance and his work that Germany becomes a united nation state, rather than just Prussia dominating the eastern half, and then a bunch of small small duchies and kingships and princeships, and minor republics that constituted the western half. So Bismarck unites Germany, and he basically forces Germany onto the world stage. However, he's a very aggressive diplomat. He used diplomacy as a weapon, which is really something that I think we've lost in the modern age. It's really much more about saber rattling now, and showing off how many weapons we have, and then killing people. But Bismarck really understood that you could get a lot done by being diplomatic and by pitting other people's interests against one another. So in all of this, though, Bismarck Bismarck said this quote. He says, "One day the great European war will be started by some damn foolish thing in the Balkans." The Balkans had always been sort of a hot touch point region for Europe, especially in this time. There's a lot of ethnic conflict, and we all know how that goes. And Bismarck recognized that there would be a coming war. So Britain was kind of off, doing its own thing. Russia was this colossus on the continent, and then you have Germany and France. Germany had just beat France in the Franco-Prussian War, and then of course there's the Ottoman Empire. So they all kind of know that tensions are high and they're going to get higher. Bismarck set up a world system where there were five main powers, and he was always one of three. That was his principal rule. But he recognized that there would be conflict that was generated by this complex web of alliances that he and the other world leaders were weaving. So he recognized that if something happened in the Balkans, that could easily drag other greater powers, into war. And that's exactly what happened, as we know from history. So it's interesting when you kind of get into these people's heads, when you can see they know that something is coming. Everyone assumes that Germany and France are going to fight again. They hate each other. And everybody assumes that when that happens, the other great powers are going to at least have a say in the matter.